Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to trim as well as a few different methods of propagating the Hawaiian Ti plant, also known as red sisters. Alright, so it's pretty amazing about these is these were about 8 feet tall, so they're getting on up there, and I cut these down to about 12-13 inches above the soil line, and they're so resilient. They just sprout up new plants out of the trunks, and so they become much bushier. Really pretty neat. So I did these about a month ago. They all have a different pace, but you see this one's done really well, and this one's just now starting to get some shoots. That one's getting some. This corner doesn't get very much light, but even this one's getting a shoot. These are doing well. Doing pretty well there. First thing you have to do is mentally prepare to cut an 8-foot tall plant down to, I mean, they can go as low as 6 inches. You can see I didn't go that far because it didn't make sense. I think that one's about 7 inches or so. But you can cut them really low, and look at this one. It's got shoots all over it. This one gets the most sun. That's probably why. This one's getting some shoots, about 3 or 4. This one's got one down there. You see there. And it's got one forming up there at the top. So these are going to put on a really beautiful display once they get some height to them again. Now I'm going to go to the backyard and show you all the different ways to propagate them. Alright, so here we are in the backyard, and here's one way to do it. You get yourself a pot, fill it with some soil, and then you can take the top of one of the plants. So when you're first trimming them, before you place in the soil, you start to tear off some of the leaves. So I tore off a leaf here, 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 all the way down to here. This is about a 15-inch long trunk, and just placed it into the soil directly. This is just a secondary section just below this one. Same with this one's a little lower on there, and this one. So I just took this one plant and chopped it into about 15-inch sections. And watch this. So this went right into the soil, and look, it's starting to grow roots. Doesn't have any leaves attached, just looks like a dead stick. But if you get it in some soil and keep it moist, you're going to get some roots. Pretty amazing. So this is going to be, if they all survive and do well, I'll have 4 new Ti plants. Now if you ever try to buy one of these at a Home Depot or a Lowe's, you'll find that they're anywhere from, I don't know, $15 to $17 each. So let's say on the lower end, 15. If all those survive, I've got, let's see, there's 4 of them. I'll have $60 worth of plants just right there. Now another way to do it is take a mason jar, fill it with water, cut 6-inch sections, place them in the water. Look at there, we've got roots growing. So here's 3 of them. That's $45 worth of plants. And these are just sections off of the ones that I trimmed in the front. So I've done 3, 3, 3. This one has 3 in there as well. So now here's the tops to a couple of the other plants, and you can see just soaking it in water, it's growing roots. So once these roots, and the roots are pretty delicate, so you got to be cautious when you pull them out. I'm sure they'll grow back if you do injure them, because these are resilient plants. We got a lot of root formation on this one. So once they get established a little better, I'll plant those in the ground. So here's another way to do it. You can get a baking dish. You can lay these logs in sideways. You can see these logs are anywhere from 3 to 4 inches long. And you lay them on their side, and you fill it with water up to halfway up the log. And look at this one. This one's creating 2. So this one will actually create shoots on the dry side, roots on the wet side. This one's got 4 shoots coming. 5. 6. It's got shoots all over it. And it's got roots forming down below. So once these get a little more established, I'll place these underground. So there's a lot of potential here. Now I don't expect all these to live. However, say I just get 50% of them to live, which I think I'll get more. And I'm gonna have these all over the yard. I just directly planted those into the ground. So these were the tops to a few of those plants. And all you do is you cut them to where they're, I don't know, I think these have about 15 inches below the surface of the ground. So it's about, I don't know, 25 inches total. And then you just trim back the leaves for the top portion as much as you can until it gets kind of soft. And you plant it in the ground. Haven't given these any special attention. Everything I read says you got to fertilize them, especially the ones in the water. You got to change out the water all the time and make sure you put good fertilizer in the water. And I haven't done that at all. Yeah, I just wait till the water evaporates down to a lower level and, you know, replenish it. The ones in the mason jars, I'll pour the water out and then put new water in it, but I haven't applied any fertilizer. Now this is the easiest way so far. All I did is take logs about that long and I buried them in the ground about 4 to 6 inches deep and just forgot about them. I literally forgot about them. Never watered them, didn't do anything. One day I came out here and I saw these things poking through. And I said, what in the world is that? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one's creating 2. So we got 6. This is $90 worth of plants right here off of, I mean, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 20 inches worth of the trunk of one plant. So I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try to like propagate these and re-propagate them and just keep going. They're beautiful once they get big. These are very dynamic plants. They really stand out. Great colors. That bright pink. And it's got some burgundy on it. They look real feeble now, but you gotta remember, these are plants that I cut down and just jabbed them into the ground. And this one's growing a couple shoots on it. This one's doing all right. I haven't attended to these at all. They're not on their irrigation. There's no fertilizer applied to them, and they're all alive. This one's struggling. It was struggling real bad. We had a cold spell, and this one looked like it was dead, but you can see it's got a new leaf coming up right here. So they're super resilient. If you have any of these plants at home and you want to spread them out, it's not that hard. So hopefully that helps. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. It's beautiful here in Central Florida today. A little chilly, but absolutely gorgeous out. If you have any questions, drop me a line. And like my video if you're on YouTube.